Hello everyone, this is Daryl20, and welcome to episode 47 of Daryl20's Let's Play of FTB Evolution, where I am poking at Malum. I was flipping through the book just a minute ago. One thing that bums me out a little bit is I can't zoom in and out, so I can't get a good context for how big this book is. So I was starting to flip through it, and I'm like, big? Bigger than I thought. So I started going over here on the left, and there's like all this stuff over here. And then I start going up, and there's like even more stuff. And then more stuff. And then like, you know, all kinds of stuff. Pacts and rituals and rites and totems and there's like a lot of things in here and some kind of ritual magics and stuff things and whatnot. There's a lot to this mod. Like, look how much stuff is here. Look at it all. There's a lot of stuff. Is what I'm saying. So I don't know. One thing that's gapped for me in the book is like connecting lines that are like, oh yeah, like these things are clearly connected to this thing, which is clearly connected to like this thing. So like understanding like how to get from A to B, and then also the ability to like zoom out and see stuff in a greater way. Maybe even like categorizing pages a little bit, kind of so you can be like, oh yeah, like these kind of all look like similar-ish. So maybe in some kind of chapter section. But like I said, early version of the mod, very cool so far. Moat making, worship the cube. Arcana crystals emit their own strange glow. Why not tune that to be stronger? The tool I use to do this is Lamplighter's Tongue. Simply hold them in one hand and the crystal in the other to create a moat. These moats are concentrations of pure arcane air with a thin shell of warding magic to keep it from spilling. This has a little magical implication, but the resulting lights are pretty. Oh, cool. Okay, so I got a Lamplighter Tongue as a quest reward. So is that what that does? Is it lets me? So it lets me take like. Well, I'm gonna go with the Infernal Spirit, I think. So I put this in the offhand. Oh my goodness, that's cool. Dude, that is. Look at it all like moving. That is cool. This mod, man. This mod is cool. I'm just putting that out there. This mod is cool. I don't even know where to go from here because there's like a lot to wrap my head around. The quest book does a good job of like kind of guiding you, I think, but the quest book doesn't have nearly as much as this book does. So I'm thinking let's go over to like the left here and check stuff out. So Belt of the Prospector. To fuel my various magics and other goals, I more often than not find myself needing various earthen treasures. This belt prevents explosions directly caused by me from harming valuable items on the ground and causes those explosions to break up blocks as though I were using a Fortune 3 tool. Oh, that's cool. Ring of the Hoarder. Explosions are chaotic and messy inherently. This is a problem. This is hardly a problem when I want to cause such rampant destruction to collect resources, but collecting the items is a burden. This ring entangles the explosion with my soul, causing the debris and loot to appear at my location. Nice. Ring of the Demolitionist. If raw explosive power is not sufficient, you simply aren't using enough of it. This ring amplifies explosions, mitigating that issue. So that's cool. And I would like to scythe you up, buddy. If you're going to come over to my base, which, how did you even get here with my stuff? Spirit souls! Yay! So cool. So cool. Yeah. Yeah, I want to get you too, buddy. Come on. Come on down. I definitely need to get a better weapon that drops these. I want to make that Spirit Sword day. Maybe enchanted it. Oh my goodness, look how many things that gave me. Oh, I like that. I like all that. More phantoms, please. More phantoms, please. That's cool. But I also want to like, there was something somewhere in the book about automating. It wasn't in here, it was in the quest book, right? So we need to get to Totemic rites. Few quests, countless uses. With a base and up to 5 logs on top to form a pole, totems can be attuned to a particular spirit symbol by using the spirit on the logs. Once an appropriate set of symbols is made, right-clicking the base will activate the totem pole to invoke a spirit rite. Doing so again will deactivate the rite. These rites have a wide variety of effects either on the world or those who stand in its area. While multiple rites can be invoked on an area, 2 or more of the same rite will cancel each other out. A totemic staff will let you see what the area is and can be used on an attuned log to make it glow without activation. Well, that's cool. So let's how far away from doing rites? So ether, waveform artifice, no idea. Very lost. Creating ashes. This seems to be that. Oh. Create things, huh? Oh. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know. Forming crystals, crucible augmentation, magecraft of metals. I'm very lost. There's so much, actually. I'm surprised at how much content there is in this mod. Creating construct cores, relics, mending. There's pacts, whatever those are. Mirror magic, magic funnels. Transporting items and spirits, it'll split into 2 categories, one centered around managing spirit arcana and the other providing you with modular item funnels. You'll be able to connect your spirit jars to your altar or crucible and have it automatically resupply. Oh, that's cool. We're gonna get there. It seems like it's a little bit of a ways back. Okay, here's packs. Is this? I'm guessing this breaches into all these things, but look, there's the totem magic bit. So there's packs, and then there's rites, I assume? Okay. Let's look at, like, an example of one before I read too much into that. But first, I want... Come on down here, Chief. Oh, you dropped so many spirits. Now remember, I can enchant this thing to get even cooler. So I'm just saying, good stuff. Pact of the Fortress. That's cool looking. I don't know what that means. Pact of the Warlock. The initial hit against enemies blast them with Wicked Arcana. Feel anger, cause anger. Enemies detect you from twice as far. So I'm guessing pacts have like a positive effect and a negative effect? What's this say now? Pact of the Fortress. Let's read that. A compression of the Soul Ward made greater and refined. Increases Soul Ward capacity. Increases Soul Ward integrity by half. The added graduator brings with itself a lethargic nature. Half Soul Ward recovery rate. Ooh. I don't know what Soul Ward is yet, so we have to like look at that. Soul Shatter yields increased Arcana. Even more Arcana with changed Soul Shatters. Okay. The incantation takes quite a toll on you. Each day without reaping spirits builds up withdrawal, draining more and more hunger until your thirst is satiated. That is cool. So it looks like these are like buffs that have like, you know, a positive and negative effect to them. We're going to definitely need to take care of a look at these. Like food grants increased saturation. Eating food cleanses negative effects. To starve is to lose yourself completely. Low hunger drains health much faster. That's cool. Dealing range damage accelerates draw speed for most weapons. Missing a shot will remove any draw speed bonuses and instead dampen it. Oh, that's cool. So, like, these are apparently, like, player buffs, right? Like, this applies to you. Each empty armor slot grants 4 armor and 2 armor toughness. Wearing any armor hurts you. That's cool. And then these things up here, I think, are, like, area of effect rituals. Which the totem magic, I suspect, is what we're going to learn about. Come here, you guys. I want all the drops. Bring it down. I'm purposely just standing outside, ready to fight. phantoms. Got him. Look how cool it looks when they all kind of... I'm very impressed by this mod. You know me. I like eye candy. So, like, let's look at some invigorating the soul. A simple rite, while active, it will slowly mend the wounds of nearby entities. Avoids hostiles. That's cool. An advanced rite, while active, nearby crops planted on soil are filled with vigor and will grow more quickly. Seems pretty cool. Corrupting the sacrifices. A simple rite, while active, will apply a spiritually nourishing effect to nearby animals, accelerating growth in certain biological processes. An advanced rite, while active, nearby animals are made vigorous, as if I had fed them myself. So automated breeding, right? Friendly beings will find that their motions are infused with fiery vigor, letting them swing weapons and tools faster. So basically, health, like haste. And this one is smelting. Cause blocks before the totem base to be smelted. Okay. Neato. Nearby friendly beings will find their bodies are tougher and more resistant to damage. Cause blocks before the totem base to be broken. Okay. And then over here... Raw Arcana provides the basis for all rites. Without power, nothing would be accomplished. This naturally makes one wonder what the effect of Raw Arcana would have on the focus of a rite. Oh, this is a whole thing. Yes, I would like zombie, please. Bring me your soul pieces. All the soul pieces. I will say this thing has like a really long recharge. So while it does decent damage, its attack speed is very low. So my instinct as to how long an attack speed takes is definitely incorrect. Yeah. We can totally do this, and that's fine. Super cool. All right. Cool. So one of these, I think, a simple rite while active will slowly bring nearby hostile beings to within an inch of death. And then an advanced rite while active, nearby beings on the brink of death are dealt a fatal blow to the body and soul. And I think that's a way that we can automate soul collection. Rather than harm, this rite enhances nearby beings, granting protection, force, and speed. Players are unfortunately omitted from this effect, might have niche applications. An advanced rite, while active, it will cull herds of nearby overcrowded animals. Cool. So, like, this thing can basically animal farm, right? While active, nearby friendly beings will find their movement sped up. Blocks before the totem will be made to fall as though they were sand. Nothing soul touch cannot grab will be affected, though. A simple aura rite, while active, nearby friendly beings will have their connection to the earth disrupted, lowering their gravity and increasing their jump height. Oh, that's cool. I'm guessing that's something to do with phantom spawning. Yeah, so we should check out both of these. Like, one, I definitely want to check out these jars. So spirit jars. Where's the... I feel like I can put the spirits in jars, and then they will feed the rituals. Is that a good assumption? I want to see if that's what's up. So if we check out Altar Acceleration, Spirit Infusion, as essential as it is, has grown to be tedious. Even producing a stack of simple hex ash takes several minutes. Using Hallowed Gold, I have found a way to accelerate by placing the 4 hallowed obelisks near the altar. I may increase the processing speed by 1/4 with each obelisk. While not useful for infusion per se, the design of the obelisk can be used in another way as well. By socketing Brilliance instead of Hallowed Gold, the obelisk will harmonize with the Brilliance of enchanting, causing it to provide as much force of enchanting as 5 bookshelves do. Yeah, remember that? He's plus 10 Arcana, so that's cool. So this will speed up crafting, but spirit storage, a simple application of Hallowed Gold is the spirit jar. As spirits in their raw form don't have mass, by trapping them under Hallowed Gold, you can store far more than you could physically. The capacity of these jars is near infinite, though. Each one stores one type of spirit. Cool. So let's experiment. right? So I've got a bunch of arcane spirits. Let's look at the gunpowder recipe, right? So that would be gunpowder in the thingy. It's arcane that goes in the thing, right? So if I have a jar nearby, like this, and I put arcane spirits in it, like that, well, that's cool. Now, can I get them out somehow? Oh, double clicking put them in. Oh, left click to take them out. So, like, functional storage style. Right click to put in the current stack, double right click to put in all stacks, I assume. Yep, and then left click to take out. Very functional storage mechanic style, right? And then if I throw gunpowder in here, are you just gonna, like... I wonder if there's a way to make that happen. There was something about a mirror, right, that lets that happen. That's cool. Some kind of glass thing. There was something about a mirror. But it was like way up here somewhere, which made me worry. Yeah, definitely need like a zoom out feature to make it easier to find stuff. That's definitely a thing I need. Something mirror somewhere. Wasn't there a mirror? Am I imagining that? Wasn't this? Mirror magic. For general item transport, mirrors will create a portal-esque gravity tunnel, a ley line. This ley line will be capable of picking up and transporting items forward, depending on what lens you create. That's cool. Is this implemented yet, or not yet? Maybe not implemented yet? I don't see it. Is there anything in here about... I don't think so. So what I probably want to do is make a few more jars just so that I can put all my spirits in them. Right? I'm going to put all this stuff away for a minute. I'm figuring out this mod. My brain's wrapping its head around it. So the only bummer is that I can't easily see how many spirits are in there. Shift right click to pull the whole stack out, by the way. That is cool. Alright, let me read a little bit about stuffs and we'll be back. Alright, flipping through the book. Over on the right, there's this thing called spirit focusing, which I think is resource generation related. You can make alchemical impetus, which has a durability attribute on it. And you can then use that to turn spirits into resources. If I'm understanding this correctly. And this has a durability, so I assume it reduces in durability over time. Is that cool? In addition, I think you can do something similar with metals. So you can get like a silver impetus, and then you can use spirits to turn the particular metal impetus into a node of that kind, which can be used to make those resources. So if we look at like silver impetus, for example, we can turn that into a silver node, which can be smelted into silver nuggets. So I think what that is basically a way to do like resource gen, which looks kind of cool. Using the spirits, which I'm assuming we can automate in some way or another with a mob farm of some kind. Whether it's a clicker based, use your resource, like or like the rituals that I was talking about a minute ago. Loving it. Oh, and then all the stuff on the right here are like, I think, if I'm reading and understanding it correctly, augments to the Crucible, if I'm not mistaken. So you can like improve the Crucible in different ways with all this stuff. And then you can also use the Crucible maybe to repair stuff, including alchemical impetuses. So once you use up all the durability, they turn into fractured alchemical impetuses, and then you can repair them using this process. Cool. So on the right side of this book, next to like the woven armor and whatnot, is all that alchemical creation stuff. So neat, right? And then up here on the right are pacts. Now, are these also the packs? So these are also packs. I don't know why they're so separated. Worth checking out. So again, packs are all about like buffs and debuffs on your player. And then you've got totem magic, and totems are like area of effect rituals, like things inside the area of the totem get buffs or whatever. Cool. There's something called blight. Have to figure that out. And blight spreads, but not on its own. We're going to check that out. A study on soulwood. Neato. Definitely going to want to investigate blight and soulwood. Scarstone. Unchained. Ritual magic. The future holds many secrets. Oh, that's cool. So this is, I assume, something coming soon. I don't know what's up with the magic mirror. I'm assuming that that's a work in progress still, because there's not like a crafting recipe or nothing. Will be a system centered around transporting items and spirits. Okay, so mirror magic also not yet implemented. And then if we go to the over here, there's like a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this looks like some kind of cool deals soul rending damage. Cool weapon. Belt of the Magebane. This feels like more endgamey type stuff. I don't know what Soul Ward recovery is. I think we'll figure that out as we go. Maybe that has some. Maybe the packs have something to do with souls. I don't know. And then there's other things over here that we can get. There's rune working, and you can make runes, and you can make other augments like items. So that's all over on the left here. I'm orienting myself in the book, but look, there's other packs going on. Voodoo magic. Voodoo magic in Malum will be a system that allows you to program and command little fellas known as poppets. It'll be split into two categories like combat and utility. That's cool. That is super cool. So poppets or voodoo magic and magic mirrors are like the next two main features that are coming in the future. But then there's all these other packs we gotta check out. Yeah, we gotta check out these packed things. So, all right. Now that I'm kind of orienting myself in the mod a little bit, I feel like this episode has been a lot of talking, hasn't it? Sorry. But I'm very overwhelmed with how cool this mod is. I think what we want to do is get totem magic, where we can do like these rites that generate, I think, spirits. And once we have that, we can use those spirits to make a bunch of cool stuff. So that sound like a plan? So I want to check that out. We're probably going to need a dark room with some kind of like cursed earth situation. So let's investigate. Do we have the whole cursed earth? Yeah, we do. We do. We have the GM chicken feed. Shouldn't be a problem, right? We can get buckets times 4. Pretty sure that I added bucketing to my experience obelisk. If not, it can at least... Yeah, maybe I didn't put buckets on it directly. But I can transfer to a tank. So I can get like empty fluid tank. You can pull, right? In theory. Laser IO help. Extract. Insert. There you go. Now put it back. Thank you. And then there's your 4 buckets, which can go here. And there you go. GM chicken feed, right? So let's get our copy and paste gadget. Do I want to just... Maybe I'll just not do the copy and paste. I'll do an exchanger and a builder so that I can, like, you know, do cool stuff. You can go away, you can go away, you can go away. Cool. So let's do... we could probably just use our cut cobblestone columns, right? Maybe we should use something, some kind of like dark stone, because it's like a mob farm, right? We need to do something dark. We have some blackstone bricks. Is that what I've been using? Brick bordered blackstone brick pattern. That might be cool. I'm assuming I'll want this not super next to my base, but let's do you. Yeah, that could be cool. I'm cool with that. Let's also chunk align it because obviously that's going to be a whole thing. So you're ready. I want you to be a vertical column of height 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be tall enough, right? And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. Cool. And then that. And then build me. We're going to need more blackstone brick. I'm assuming I've got blackstone in a pocket doohickey, wherever it may be. I know I've got a pocket doohickey somewhere. Is it not in here? There it is. And then you... The only thing I need is a search, but I think they're in kind of blackstone brick pattern. They're in some kind of alphabetical order, but there's like 2. So like when it gets to the end, it like runs into a new one. Blackstone brick pattern. Cool. That'll do. And then when I use my GM chicken feed, it'll go there. We're going to want a redstone lamp. Right? And you guys can probably all just go away. You can go there with a lever of some kind. Temporary, of course. Of course. Of course. I would never just leave that way. Nope, definitely not. Right? Bright enough. Right? And then we want some kind of like dark ethereal glass. Is there ethereal glass of some kind? Tinted ethereal glass. Yeah, this dude. Cool. And then if I take off my thing, why are you so bright in here? There we go. Ah, that's what's up. Right? Man, this pack is dark. I don't know what it is about this pack, but it feels dark. My options do have video settings at brightness. Okay. Brightness, bright. Yes. So, I don't know why this pack always feels so dark to me. It just feels darker than normal. So, there you go. There's a simple dark room. And then I should be able to... Oh, right, I have to feed this to a chicken. Hang on. Chicken, please. Forgot a step. There's some chickens. Hooray! And we do this. And then we're getting mobs in there. Hooray! And then we can do this. we can automate this in some kind of cool way. I love invulnerability. Have I mentioned that ever? All the spirits coming to me. So now, we've got a way to automate that. So what I want to do next episode is look into this ritual stuff, and we're probably going to want a similarly placed building for, and I might move this now that I'm thinking about it, but it occurs to me we probably want good mobs, right? Like sheep and pigs and whatnot. So we're probably going to want the other one, the nutritious chicken feed, or is which one of these does both? Creates delightful dirt. Delightful dirt spawns good guys, right? And rotten egg, yeah. So creates the rotten egg, creates the golden egg. Yeah. So we probably want one of these too. Just gonna need some beetroot. Do I not really have beetroot? I guess not. Market. Emerald. And break. Cool. And then beetroot goes here, and seeds go there, and then we're good for that. And then we just need 4 more buckets. Cool. All right, so let's do this. Let's wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. I might move the one dude. We'll see. But you can be an extract, and you can be an insert. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can be an insert. And you can be an extract. And when we come back next episode, I will check out the whole totems thing, which I think can passively generate spirits. And we'll get them from both hostile and not hostile mobs. And then we'll see how that goes. Deal? For now, Totemic sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.